Hi guys, I'd like to show you a project that I recently did with an Arduino during our bathroom remodel. I've always loved the idea of touchless faucets, but the ones in public places like airports and such, they just drive me crazy. You put your hands in there and you start washing and then you can't get it to turn back on, then it turns on, and it's just, I needed to try something different. So what I decided, I built something with the Arduino because they're so fun to work with. What I have here is a little photo sensor here, infrared photo sensor, and I set this up to react to my hand using gesture control. So one wave over top of it turns on the cold water, and 2 waves will turn on warm water, and you guessed it, 3 waves will turn on hot water. Now you'll notice as I demo it that if I've selected cold or warm, there's a slight delay, and that's because I allow up to 3 seconds for it to watch for additional hand waves. Okay, but if I select hot water, as soon as I see the 3rd wave, of course it immediately turns on. So let's give it a try. So I'm going to wave my hand over it once, and then I'm going to wait for the delay, okay, and then I get my cold water turned on. And yeah, this spigot's not the permanent spigot, it's just trying out the system. And you see I made it so I can thread anything I want in there, so we can choose. Okay, now to turn it off so I don't waste all the water, just hover your hand over the sensor for 2 seconds and you see it shuts off. And again, if I want hot water, so I go once, twice, 3 times, and immediately turns on, and I get hot water out of there. Even though there's a little bit of volume difference, but that's the only way I know that I got hot water. So that's one of the things that I don't really like about the system is I don't know what water I've selected. And also sometimes that delay turning on and stuff can be a little bit annoying. So we're going to try some other things in the future here. But I want to show you what I've got going down right now. Seems to work pretty reliably. Hover your hand over it, turn it off on there. So I'm going to bring the camera up close here, show you the sensor, which again is temporary, and show you some of the electronics underneath. So let's do that. Okay. So here's the sensor that I'm using. You can see, it's the ones you buy like 10 for like a couple dollars on eBay there. And underneath, I'll show you the electronics here. All right, so these are the electronics underneath. What I've got here is 2 DC solenoid valves. You can see that they're plumbed into the hot and cold water supplies there. Okay, driving this, I've got an Arduino and a relay output module so that it has enough power to drive the valves. And just a simple 12-volt power supply plugged into the wall. And yeah, the wiring's temporary until I get all this straightened out. So, thanks for looking.